Hello Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus, and welcome to your reading. So Aquarius, today we're going to go over your energy as well as your person's energy. So with all that being said, Aquarius, let's get started. Aquarius, I do want to go over the overall energy that I was picking up on really quickly because it came to me really strong. So let me just talk about it real quick before I start pulling some tarot. I don't know if this is your energy or somebody else's energy. It's more than likely somebody else's energy. I don't know if you've ever heard this song before, but it's from Avant. Listen, I'm like an old soul, so just roll with me for a moment. But the song is by Avant, and it's called 4 Minutes. Now, if you've never heard that song before, it's such a good song. But anyways, if you've never heard that song before, it basically consists of somebody walking out of somebody's life, and then the other party like, please just give me 4 minutes. Just let me just talk to you. Just give me 4 minutes. Just give me 4 minutes. It just kind of feels like somebody messed up. Okay, someone messed up here. Somebody messed up here. I don't know if it was you or if it was them, but I feel like somebody messed up. Somebody messed up big time. But whoever this person is that messed up, they want to talk. They do want to talk to someone here. They do want to talk to someone. I just kind of feel like that someone that they want to speak to doesn't even want to hear what they have to say is what I'm getting. So we'll see. We'll see. I feel like you're the one that doesn't want to hear anything that they have to say because that's very like Aquarian-like, you know? Like when you guys make up your mind about someone or something, there is no changing that, okay? So I guess we'll see how this plays out. But how does Aquarius currently view this relationship? Okay. All right. We have the 10 of Pentacles. We do have the 3 of Wands, okay? And then we also have the Lovers. I do see you very focused on 3 things right now, okay? There's a fairly new connection in your life. I am getting that I do see you focused on. But I also see you very focused on yourself as well as your stability. Okay, so those are the 3 things that I see you very focused on. This person, the life you want to manifest and create for yourself, and, you know, your stability. Nothing more, nothing less. I do want to look at the Lovers really quickly. Tell me more about the Lovers. As far as this connection is concerned, this fairly new connection, I just feel like it randomly like showed up for you. I don't feel like you went looking or anything like that. It just kind of looks like it just randomly showed up for you. You weren't anticipating or expecting this for sure. Because I am getting this connection between you and this individual. It really did catch you off guard. You and this person might live far away from one another. I am getting that for some of you out there. How does this person currently view this relationship? Ooh, that's nice. That's pretty nice, Aquarius. That's pretty nice. This person that you're connecting with, they're showing up as an Emperor. That's pretty freaking impressive. An Emperor is somebody who's mature. It's somebody who has their shit together. It's somebody who's not here to play games. This person might own a business or a few businesses at that, or they run a business, one or the other, but they come off to me as somebody who's established nonetheless. But you know what's interesting is that I feel like you've become this person's main focus / priority. Don't get me wrong, like I feel like this person's taking time to focus on other things, you know what I mean? Like work and things of that nature, but outside of like work or their career or their business that they have one, like they are literally locked in when it comes down to you. Dead focus on you and their relationship with you. Like this is somebody who really does want you in a relationship with you. Okay. I do want to look at the Emperor though, just to be nosy for like 2.5 seconds, and then we'll move on. Tell me more about the Emperor. Okay, so we have the 10 of Swords to the 8 of Swords. And then we also have the 2 of Wands. When it comes down to you, have you ever met someone, because that's what they're going through, have you ever met someone and thought to yourself like, damn, yo, if this shit doesn't work out, this shit is gonna suck. This shit is gonna hurt. Like that's kind of what they're going through on their end. I feel like they're trying their hardest to not think the worst when it comes down to you and this dynamic that they find themselves in, but I am getting that. Like, they feel like, damn, if this shit goes south, man, this is gonna suck. This is gonna suck. This is gonna hurt. But I guess we'll see what happens. It has that type of feel to it. Okay. How does Aquarius currently feel? We have the Page of Pentacles. We do have the Justice card. And then we also have the Five of Swords. Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Let's get into it. Ugh. Here we go. In regards to how you're currently feeling, Aquarius, something's leading you to think and believe this person's not taking this dynamic between the two of you as seriously as you are. And it's really rubbing you the wrong way. It's like you go from being really, really interested in them to feeling like you should really stop talking to them and or dealing with them. Oh man, let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on. Tell me more about the Five of Swords. We have the High Priestess to the Six of Swords. We also have the Three of Cups. Okay, and then we also have the Hierophant. The fact that we have the Five of Swords, I want to look at the Three of Cups because I'm getting some interference here. Yeah, I'm getting some interference here. I don't know if this individual is speaking to other people or what the case may be, but I do want to look at the Three of Cups because this is starting to kind of feel like a third party situation. Tell me more about the Three of Cups. We have the Knight of Swords to the Nine of Cups, and then we also have the Hermit out here. Then we have this. Seven of Cups to the Four of Cups, and then we also have the Four of Wands. This feels like interference, dude. So let's talk about it, okay? Let's just talk about it, all right? Let's focus on this energy really quickly here. Aquarius, I feel like you're finding out that this person could definitely be keeping their options open. I am getting one particular connection, though, that is actively in this individual's life. So let's talk about it, okay? Because I feel like this is things that you're finding out and or discovering in some way, shape, and or form. This connection that's currently in their life, it looks like it's going nowhere, and it kind of looks like it's going nowhere fast, okay? Now, as to why this person continues to keep this person around, well, let's just be a straight shooter about this, okay? Let's just be a straight shooter about this. Even though they know this relationship is going nowhere fast between these two, there's just this energy of them not wanting to be alone. So even though they don't really see this dynamic getting off the ground between these two, they rather keep this person around just to say that they got somebody around, just to say they got somebody to talk to, I guess, than to have no one at all, is what I'm getting. So it just kind of looks like they're just keeping them around, like, you know, just so that way they're not like lonely is kind of what I'm getting. But then we got this. We got the Hermit to the Knight of Swords, and then we also have the Nine of Cups, and then we also have the Three of Cups. Now that you're in the picture, Aquarius, it's causing them to essentially feel like this dynamic between the two of you, it could go pretty far, unlike this dynamic that they find themselves in with this individual. Because I am getting that the reason why they feel like this relationship is going nowhere fast is because this individual, according to them, lacks what they really want and desire within a person. Like, don't get me wrong, this person has certain things that they really do admire and appreciate, but they lack a lot of things, like a lot of things that they truly want and desire within a woman or within a man, but you just so happen to have that. You see what I mean? So they truly do feel like their relationship with you, it could go very, very far, very far. They feel really good about you for sure. Absolutely, without a shadow of a doubt. It just kind of looks like this person is not only entertaining you, they're also entertaining this person too. And another thing too, Aquarius, is that even though we do see this person definitely entertaining you and far more interested in you than this individual over here, it looks like they're still choosing to keep them around. Even while you're still, like, you're in the picture. You see what I mean? Which is kind of odd, but let's look into that and see why that is. Tell me more about the Seven of Cups to the Four of Cups. They just don't want to pull the plug on this dynamic here just yet. Like, even though they currently find themselves chit-chatting it up with you, and they look at you like you're perfect for them, right? They just don't want to, like, cut this person out just yet. Because the reality of the situation is that it's just getting started, right? Between the two of you. So it's like, they don't know what the hell is going to end up happening here. Like, there's a possibility that this could work out, and there's a possibility that it may not work out. They just don't want to, like, I don't know. I feel like this person has a problem with being alone, is kind of what I'm getting. Like, which is kind of fascinating if you think about it, because they're showing up as an emperor. An emperor is somebody who typically isn't codependent, but it's weird that they're showing up as somebody who is very codependent. They just don't like being alone, which is weird because they're an emperor. It's just odd. Because an empress is somebody who doesn't mind being alone, you know? An empress could be alone, just like an emperor could be alone. Like, these are two individuals that typically don't need a man or woman for anything. Like, they're good by themselves. You see what I mean? But it's weird because this emperor doesn't like to be alone. Like, I don't know what that's about, but like, they just, I don't know, like, they just have this thing when it comes down to, like, being alone. Like, I know this is gonna sound weird, but they also kind of strike me as somebody who doesn't like to be, like, alone in, like, their own place for a long period of time. Like, this might be that type of person, let's just say hypothetically speaking, okay, they live alone, right? Like, this is that type of person that will spend the vast majority of their time out and about, and when it's time to go home and go to sleep, they'll go. But for the most part, you know what I mean? Like, they'll just be out and about instead of being home alone. I don't know, like, this person has, like, this thing with being alone to the point where they don't even like being home alone. They rather be out or about surrounded by people than to be home alone or anywhere by themselves is kind of what I'm getting. I don't know. I don't know what that's about. That I don't know. That's a first. It is weird because they're an emperor. Emperors are not like that. But yeah, I just kind of feel like this person feels like they got to keep this person around, even though they're not really feeling them like that, because they're not really feeling them like that. Like, they got to keep this person around, because what if it doesn't pan out between the two of you? It's still too early to tell. It's just getting started. You see what I mean? Between the two of you. So it's like, they don't want to pull the plug, you know what I mean? Because, like, what if it doesn't work out between the two of you? Now they're lonely. Now they're alone, you know? Okay, so then there's that. So here's the thing. Aquarius, you're going to end up finding out that this person, because we're going based off of how you're perceiving the situation, right? You're going to perceive this person as somebody who's not really taking this dynamic seriously, and it's because you're finding out that they're still keeping their options open, or they're at least dealing with one other individual. And I feel like it's going to kind of rub you the wrong way. A lot of you might fear that talking to them or getting involved with them could potentially bring a lot of fuckery into your life, which it kind of looks like you're not trying to deal with that shit either, okay? Totally understandable. You're an empress. You live a life of peace. You don't want to be bothered. They're not pulling the plug on this for the reasons why I already basically mentioned. They're not. So I don't know what you're gonna do, dude. I don't know. Let's see how this plays out. Let's just roll with it. Woo. Okay. How does this person currently feel? We have the Temperance card. We have the Hangman. And then we also have the Knight of Wands. This to me feels like an energy of them trying to like reel you back in all over again. The bottom of the deck, we do have the Five of Pentacles. We got the King of Wands. Then we have the Sun. And then we also have the Wheel of Fortune to the Page of Swords. You kind of make this person feel like they're like a teenager, you know what I mean, in love. I am definitely getting that. I do want to look at the Five of Pentacles because I do feel like this is connected to like what you're finding out as far as like them like keeping their options open is concerned, or at least dating other people or at least one other individual. But it kind of looks like things go from looking really, really good here between the two of you, and then things start to get a little rocky here. So let's look at that Five of Pentacles energy. Doom, 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 doom. Wait, okay. Yeah, the Two of Swords. I feel like this is going to catch them off guard. How do I say this to you? Okay, how do I say this? This whole, like, you feeling some type of way, dude, about them, like, talking to other people or keeping their options open is concerned. I do see you kind of expressing that to them, and it's going to really throw them the hell off. It's not something that they're anticipating and or expecting from you. Because through their perspective, right, let's just focus on how they're looking at the situation, right? Like, they're single and they're just dating, right? So the fact that you're going to find yourself having a problem with it, it's going to throw them the hell off. It really, really is. But even though it's going to throw them the hell off, like, I do see them doing something on their end to, like, try to, like, reel you back in. Like, don't walk away from me. Like, don't walk away from me. Don't walk away from me. Because they feel like you're about to walk away from them. So they're going to say something or do something to try to, like, reel you back in all over again. But if it's one thing that I will say is that this right here, this energy that you're giving them, and whatever it is that you're conveying to them, it's causing them to look, God, because at the end of the day, it's like, this is somebody who's getting to know you, right? So it's like the way that you are as a woman or the way that you are as a man, they're just like, oh my God, like, oh man, like, yo, I don't know, yo, I think this one over here might be the one for me. Because the fact that you're finding out that this person's keeping their options open or at least dating somebody else and you're just like, yeah, that's not gonna work for me, like, you're showing them how much respect you actually have for yourself. Because if you would have went down the route of entertaining them while also knowing all of this, they probably would have lost respect for you. You know what I mean? But yeah, it is causing them to definitely fall for you. It's just the way that you are as a woman or the way that you are like as a man. It just causes them to look at you like you're different. It causes them to look at you like you're somebody who clearly has a lot of, you know, respect for yourself, and you're nobody's fucking option, okay? You're nobody's option. And you're making that abundantly clear to them. You ain't nobody's option, okay? So then there's that. All right, let's see what it is that this person does. Actually, no. I want to look at the Five of Pentacles. Tell me more about the Five of Pentacles. You know, the reason why, yeah, this is throwing them off is because they're not used to dealing with, like, a woman like you or a man like you. As fucked up as this is going to sound, like, I just feel like they're used to dealing with men or women that don't really have boundaries. They're used to dealing with men and or women that don't mind, like, dating a girl that's like entertaining 20 different men, or dating a guy that's entertaining, you know, 20 different like females, like, you know what I mean? But you're just like, yeah, that shit ain't gonna work for me. No, thank you. Which is interesting because the person that they're connecting with, they're kind of like you, but not really. Like, how do I explain it? Like, they kind of have the same, like, mentality that you have. Well, you don't like to date people, right? That's like dating like 20 other people. And neither do they. The big difference though between the two of you is that this is that type of person that, granted, doesn't like dating people that are dating 20 other people at the same exact time. It just has them in rotation. You know what I mean? Like, they typically don't like that. But this is that type of person that will just continue to talk to this person and or date this person. I'm gonna be real, just out of, you know, desperation. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, desperation. See, you ain't fucking desperate, so that's a whole nother thing too. You're not desperate. Like, you're not. You're far from that. Far from that. I just feel like this person doesn't really get like male attention like that or female attention like that. They just don't. So the fact that this one over here is like paying attention to them to a certain extent, like, it just makes them feel really good on the inside, even though they don't personally like the fact that this person is probably out here entertaining other people and dating other people. But, you know, at least they're paying attention to them. At least they're making time for them. At least they're making room for them. Like, it has that type of feel. You, on the other hand, you're just like, yeah, nah, I'm good. It's not going to work for me, you know? So then there's that. Yeah, I just feel like they're used to dealing with like women or men that don't really have boundaries. And are just, you know, desperate for some male attention or female attention. You don't got that problem, which is a good thing, which is a great thing. Five of Pentacles, though. This person has a lot of respect for you. A lot of respect for you, yo. It's not even funny. Because they see that you're somebody who has a lot of respect for yourself. A lot of respect for yourself. They see that you're somebody who knows your value and knows your worth. And they can't help but to fucking respect it. You know what I mean? They just can't. They just can't help but to respect it. But again, I keep getting that they're going to say something or do something to try to like keep you around. Tell me more about the Temperance card. We have the Six of Cups, so that they just this one over here, it's so weird. I don't know what this, I don't know. This weird. They have a they really do like fear being alone. They really, really do. It's like they don't want to like lose you and the connection that, you know, they're developing here with you. But they also don't want to cut this one out because it's like, but what if it doesn't work out between Aquarius and I'm going to be by myself. I don't want to be by myself. Like, it's so weird coming from an Emperor. So weird. It's so weird. It's so odd that this is coming out for an Emperor. Out of all people, an Emperor. I don't know. That's very, and on top, the whole, like, them not even like, they don't, I can't, they hate being alone. Even in their own home. Like, they hate it. Like, it does, I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. It's so weird to me, but they know that they got to do something. They know that they got to do something. Because you're already letting them know, like, that shit's not going to fly with me. It's not going to fly with me. You know what I mean? They know that they got to do something. Because if they don't, they're going to end up losing this connection that they share with you, and they don't want that. Like, they don't want to lose you in this connection that they share with you, and they don't want you to walk away from them either. Tell me more about the Knight of Wands. It's like they feel pressured to like hurry up and make their mind up. They're either going to keep this individual around or keep living life the way that they've been living it, or they're going to turn around and start taking you in this dynamic that they share with you seriously. But they feel like if they don't do something about their current situation with these other humans or this other person, like, they feel like it's only a matter of time, you know, before you get up and walk away from them. You know what I mean? They also feel like it's only a matter of time before somebody else, you know, notices you. Because, I mean, for crying out loud, they look at you like you're an Empress / Queen of Wands. Like, they look at you as somebody who's very attractive, somebody has a lot going for themselves, somebody who respects themselves. Like, they feel like it's only a matter of time before somebody else, you know, shows up and tries to take you away from them, which they don't fucking want. So then there's that. Let's keep going. Wait. You over here. Okay. What actions? Yeah. We have listen, this is you just establishing some boundaries here, you know, with them. This whole, you know, you being one of their options, that shit ain't gonna fly with you, honey. It's just not. So with that being said, I do see you kind of like friend zoning them. To be putting them in the friend zone is kind of what I'm getting, basically. I don't feel like you mind being cool with them or being friends with them, but as far as anything more than that, that's kind of where you draw the line. Okay, I see you. Okay. I like it. I respect it. What actions? Yeah. Yep. We have the 8 of Cups. We also have the 4 of Cups. And then we also have, yeah, you're switching up. You're switching up on them, but they already know why you're switching up on them. It's not a shocker to them, but you're definitely switching up on them. It's like you go from pouring into them in your relationship with them to not really pouring at all. Like, if this person, like, hits you up, like, hey, like, how's your day going? Oh, good. How's your day going? Oh, yeah, it's going good. Oh, good to hear. And then you just keep it pushing, you know what I mean? Because again, you don't mind being cool with them, you know, and being friends with them, but anything other than that, you're not doing that. You're not doing it, damn it, you're not doing it. And it's causing them to feel like, yo, if I don't get rid of this damn person, yo, like, Aquarius is gonna just walk out of my life, like, you know? Two of Wands, Death card, Page of Swords. I'm gonna blow this person's spot up with this right here. All right, so between you and I, right? Because they already see that you're retracting your energy. You're not pouring into them like you used to pour into them, right? Because now you're finding all this information out. So it's causing them to like feel like, yo, like, I'm probably gonna have to stop, you know, dating other people or seeing other people if I want to keep Aquarius around, right? But that's the thing, right? Is that they're falling into this energy of, well, you know what? Maybe I should just pull the plug. Let me just pull the plug on this so that way I don't lose Aquarius. Or let me lie to them and tell them that I'm not speaking to these people anymore just to keep them around. Then we got this. We got the Chariot. We also have the High Priestess to the Hierophant to the Queen of Cups. Oh, they thinking long and hard about this, child. Because even they're highly considering and just outright lying to you. Straight up. I said it. They're probably not going to fucking say it because it doesn't benefit them to sit up here and tell you, yo, Aquarius, real quick. Psst, listen, I'm going to lie to you real quick, but just believe me, okay? Listen, you know, Aquarius, I've been thinking. I'm not, you know what? I'm not speaking to anybody else. I stopped talking to everybody for you. They're not gonna fucking say that. They might just turn around and lie to you and say, yo, like, I'm not, you know, dealing with anybody anymore or whatever. But even then, it's like they're thinking about it, like, how am I really gonna pull this off? You know what I mean? Like, because there's a possibility that you could end up finding out and things could go south, which they don't want it to go south. You see what I mean? So it's like, even though they're considering and lying to you, they don't know if it's a good idea, because they could totally see this shit blowing up in their face. It's like they're thinking about every fucking possible, you know, situation that could play out. What if one day they decide to scoop you up, you know what I mean, and take you on a date somewhere, and then they got fucking Brittany calling them, or Susan, or Bob, or Bill, you know what I mean? It could blow up in this person's face hella quick, and they know it. And that's the thing, is that they don't want to put you in that predicament, and they don't want to put themselves in that predicament, you know? Because they do feel like if this blows up in their face, man, like, it's gonna fucking suck. Again, have you ever met someone and thought to yourself, damn, if I lose this person, this shit is gonna suck. It's gonna hurt. You know what I mean? Like, but it's just this weird thing. It's a weird thing, because the only reason why they're even holding on to this other thing is because they don't want to be by themselves. And they don't know what the hell, because that's the thing, right? You gotta understand, you and this person are very fucking different, Aquarius. Very different. You're not a desperate woman, thank God. You're not a desperate man, thank God. The other one is. That's the thing. Like, the other one will sit there and tolerate and put up with whatever. And they know it. They know that. They know that. Okay. Like, they have a low self-esteem. They don't have any sort of respect for themselves. You know, there's that type of chick or dude that'll sit there and entertain a man that's entertaining 20 different chicks or dudes, whatever, or vice versa, whatever have you, like, and they won't go anywhere. You ain't like that. You see what I mean? So it's like they know this one over here ain't going nowhere. Not unless they get rid of them. They know that. But with you, it's like, they know that you're the type of chick or you're the type of dude that will get up and walk away. You know? So it's very risky with you. Like, with this other one, they know that this one over here ain't going no damn where. You know what I mean? And that makes them feel good because it makes them feel like, okay, I don't have to worry about being lonely anymore because this person's not going to leave. They ain't going nowhere. You, on the other hand, they don't fucking know. They just don't know. They don't know. Because they don't strike you as the type of chick or dude that's going to sit around and tolerate much from a man or much from a woman. They know that. They know that. And that's another thing, too. This is why this person's like, I don't think I should. I don't even think I should lie. Because they know that if they get caught red-handed, you know, you're going to get up and walk away from them. You're not going to sit there and just take it. You're not going to do that. You're not going to do that, you know? And it's like, do they really want to put themselves in that predicament? Do they really want to play themselves in that type of way? No. Let's look at this real quick. Tell me more about the death card to the page. Yeah. It's like they feel like they have to get rid of this person if they want to keep you around. I feel like it's a person and it's somebody that, you know, has been in their life. I would say for quite some time now. It's like, should I just get rid of this damn person so that way I could keep them around? Or should I just fucking lie to them? But then what if this chick calls me? What if this dude calls me? Then what am I going to say? It's my cousin? You know what I mean? Like, what do I say? What do I do? You know? And the thing with this one over here, because I am getting that this one over here is not afraid to speak their mind. They're not afraid to speak their mind. Like, this is that type of person, like, let's just say, hypothetically speaking, this one goes, like, an hour or two without texting them. Why haven't you texted me back? Huh? What the fuck is going on? You know what I mean? Like, or they'll be the type to, like, blow up their phone, like, yo, what the hell's going on, you know? This person's treating this dynamic between these two as if they're in a relationship when they're not. Yeah. Yeah. This person's very codependent themselves. Yep. Yeah. They basically rely on a man to make them feel good or rely on a woman to make them feel good, you know? And it kind of looks like this person's not talking to anybody but them on top of that. So then there's that. So the moment that this individual starts retracting their energy, they're going to peep it right away. They're going to peep it. Like, they're going to know, you know? And on top of that, it doesn't help that this person's codependent. It doesn't fucking help. Because the moment this one over here goes 2 hours without, they're going to be on their ass like white on rice, honey. They're going to be on, yes, of course. Of course. And they might blow up their phone. They might, you know, call them like crazy or text them like, what's going on? And I was just calling you because I'm worried about you. Which you know what I mean. They know how this individual is. And because they know how this individual is, it's tricky because what if, you know, they do decide to like scoop you up and take you somewhere. And then this one's over here like, why haven't you texted me? I'm just calling because I was just so worried about you. Yeah. Yep. Now, I'm like, is this person gonna lie to you or what? You're an Aquarius though. I'm not really worried about it because you guys, oh man, you guys pay very, very close attention to body language. You guys are so good at that though. So freaking good at that. So freaking good at that. So I'm not really worried about it. I think that if this person is lying to you, you're just going to be able to read it. You're going to just read it all over their damn face. You know what I mean? Or feel it. But that's the thing, is that they don't want to play themselves, because to lose you over somebody that doesn't really have respect for themselves like that, you know, somebody who lacks what they're looking for within a person, it's just not a smart fucking move, you know. And that's the thing, is that they know that. They freaking know. They know that. So I don't know. They're going to have to fucking figure it the fuck out. But I'm not worried about you, because if this person does turn around and lies to you, you're going to sense it. You're going to read it all over their face that they're lying. And you'll know when they're being honest and sincere with you. But I think that you're just going to keep it, you know, in the friend zone is what I'm getting. Yeah. And I don't think that they're going to like it. It's going to make them feel super unwanted, you know, by you. But hey, it is what it is. You can't make everybody happy. But that is what I have for you, my friend. Hopefully the reading helped. Hopefully it resonated. And I